Oh. Surprise stream, everybody. Nah. I'll leave those off. It's not like I can hear anybody anyways. Just kidding. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another Shanclen Shadow Productions live stream. A surprise one, kind of. If you watched the video, I told everybody I would be here. And now I'm here. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good morning, good evening, afternoon, wherever you are. You just turn this down here. How is everybody doing? Go ahead and comment where you're watching from, yeah. It's a good evening. It's a good evening. 85 degrees. Normally it's still like 100 something degrees, but here it's getting cool. Fall time. Ooh. Let me go ahead and check the volume on this on my phone. Live stream, yeah. All right, sounds pretty good, everybody. Sounds pretty good. How does it sound on your end, everyone? Go ahead and turn up the music a little bit. Get a little spooky. Oh. I am doing good today. It was a chill Saturday. Very chill. Hey, look at you guy. What's up? Los Angeles, Salt Lake. It's a very chill day today. I wanted to watch Talk to Me, but I fell asleep. Not from the movie. I didn't even start it. So, oh, music. Music is too deadly right there. I gotta find a more like chill, like soundtrack that doesn't have like a jump scare sound. Like, New Zealand's in the house. What's up? Georgia. Good evening, everyone across the world, Virginia. Do I remember when I made it, when you and Overnight made a video? Yes. Scar my memory for how we were treated that night, but I don't want to get into it. Let's just say I will not work with those gentlemen again. If I can call them gentlemen. Did you guys watch the Giants video? No, the football game. My Giants video, I mean. I know football season's started up again. Oh, Yachty! Missouri! What up, everybody? Good evening, good evening. We just started here, so... Nebraska. Hello. It's a beautiful evening, beautiful weekend, so I just thought I'd do a live stream, hang out with everybody. Starting to get more comfortable with these now. So, a lot of cool things kind of coming up cool things coming up in the comings of the channel. Let's see. So, kind of give you guys an update, a little bit more so of the channel stuff. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Over here, Oregon, what's up? Canada. First Nation, Saskatchewan, what's up? Watched it this morning. It was great. Glad you watched it. It was a very interesting time when we investigated that location. So Vulture City, for people that, if you haven't watched it, watch after this stream. You'll know what I'm talking about. Yes, you can ask questions. Questions are always welcome here. So, Vulture City was a very interesting place because, like, I never wanted to, I guess you can say, like, be connected to a haunted location, like, for a long period of time. But like it was pretty interesting because like we ended up becoming really good friends with the people that did like the ghost tours. And so they ended up moving out of state and they needed somebody to run the ghost tours over there. So they asked me to do it. So for I would have to say about maybe a year and a half, I was doing ghost tours over there. And let me tell you, doing ghost tours in a haunted location is pretty interesting. To be able to do like lead like 30 people throughout a whole ghost town by yourself, and then like having to lock up the doors and everything, like after, was pretty scary. Tests your metal for sure. 2:33 a.m. in UK. Oh, thank you for being up and watching. Beautiful evening here today. But yeah, it was pretty interesting to do a ghost tours and all that stuff, and it was honestly pretty wicked to be able to go to these places like this and to be able to like experience these paranormal stuff. So it was interesting. Comment down below if you guys want to see some of the captures that people like on the ghost tours and everything captured there. I'll probably make a video about this, like my time as on a ghost tour guide. Because I have some pretty interesting photos from the time I was there. Okay, so okay. Oh, Arizona, what's up? Okay, so a lot of people want to see it. Let's go ahead. So this right here, give me a second. I'm in my editing program here. So, oh, wrong way. So this was the photo of that hand manifesting on the table right there. So if you guys haven't yet, I go into more detail about how this came to be. So this was the photo that was actually shared with us when we went over there, and it was one of those things that we during the ghost tour we were walking around and Jay was showing us photos and everything, and so this was one of the photos that was taken at that time. So let me see if I can just rotate it. So yeah, there was about like 30 people on this tour, and this handprint just kind of like manifested and appeared, and everyone saw it and everything. And so then there's this one too that started showing up right here on the right side. This is that original one, and then the second handprint started showing up right here. And what's interesting is over here on this side, it looks like the one of those fans kind of like manifesting right there too, which is pretty cool. So I was like, whoa. So he showed us that. And then this is the final photo that he showed us that, and then like nobody was touching it. And so they wanted to get this like laminated over the table and stuff so no one would like be able to like mess with it. But I guess like the cleaning lady the next day came and like wiped off all the dust and all that. And so all the evidence was gone. And so they were pretty upset about that. But yeah, it was honestly pretty wild. So this was like during COVID time too. So this was more so one of our first investigations that we did. So, but while I was a ghost tour guide there was also some more interesting things that showed up too. And so I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here, some people, this is right next to the, I would have to say hang on. Let me go ahead and make me smaller so you guys can see me. There we go. So right here, this right here is what looks like to be a manifestation of what looks like to be somebody standing in the dust out there. So this was outside of the cookhouse, I think it was. Excuse me. Had a little bit of tobacco go in my mouth. And then so yeah, this right here, I'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Let me go 200. So you can kind of see like somebody like standing right here, like his head right here, his shoulders, his arm kind of comes down right here. His torso kind of comes down right there, and like his lower body gets lost inside of the dust that's right there. So, this was on one of my tours, and we were walking by this building, and people were like snapping photos and stuff. And so like they snapped the photo and everything, and then they showed me. They're like, hey Shanclen, do you think this is something? I looked, and yeah, I was just like, oh shit, someone's standing right there. Like over here, there's nothing. Like there's just this little like this is the Wells Fargo building that's right here, and there's nothing like right here. Then there's the next building that's right there. So, you know, to kind of see like a figure standing right there is pretty amazing. I was just like, oh, you got a good capture here too. So, and then another time too, we were walking by. This is by the doctor's house too. So somebody snapped this photo. And they're like, "Hey, I think I see something in the window right here." And I was just like, "Here, can you zoom in on the picture for me and everything?" And then they're like, I was like, "Yeah." So you can kind of see a face right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's just like two eyes, a nose, and then like a smile. And then this is the outline of the head right here. And then it kind of like comes down to the neck and looks like it's kind of wearing a dress right here too. So I was just like, when we were doing the tour and everything, we were just walking around, and then they snapped that photo, and I was just like, oh shit. It's one of those things. It's just like, you know, like you don't expect to see these things, like, you know, like, yeah, of course you kind of do in a haunted ghost town, but it's just like some place that you always go to every single day. You see it, and you're just like, holy crap, you know, like this place is haunted. Even though it's just like you've been there multiple times and you know it's haunted, but every time you capture like something new or whatever, you know, it's like it's always pretty interesting to be able to see that. So to, you know, it was pretty creepy too. So I have a couple more photos and everything, but I'll probably make a video on all this stuff. So you guys are getting exclusive on what that'll be in the future. Oh, thank you for enjoying the video. Always be careful no matter where you go. Safety is everything. Yes, I always try to be 100% safe wherever I go. The cleaning lady, the most powerful exorcist. Yes. uh, Cleaning that goes transcends all worlds. Question on something on one of your podcasts. If the High Council is made up of people from different tribes, presumably from different religions and doctrines, what do you do if they contradict? They find common ground. I was never really like able to go in those meetings or anything, so I wouldn't happen to know too much about that. But yeah, so there's this, and what's really interesting too, this is going to be coming up in a future video too, is going to be about cryptids. So this video right here was honestly very, very chilling to me. So be very ready, because on the very bottom section right here, take a look, like in this section right here. It goes by like in a quick second.
This is a big sightings point.
Do you guys see that?
This is a big sightings point.
So this right here is the old boiler. And this old boiler here is, I would have to say, about like 4.5, 5 feet tall. And this kind of concrete slab that's right here is only like 2 feet tall. So this was during one of the ghost tours that was happening over there, and somebody posted up an iPhone right there, and they snapped a photo. And you guys know, like iPhones, they kind of take like that live photo and everything. And so they took that photo and everything, and like they were looking at the live photo, and they were like, you know, what is this, you know? And there was like a good, like how I said, like 20 to 30 people that were like all walking into that building right there, and nobody saw this thing. Nobody like saw it like walk in front of them or anything like that, which is pretty gnarly. So like this thing, like we were like trying to see, like, was there like a person maybe with dreads or something like that, you know? So let me see how it kind of like lunges and everything too.
This is a big sightings point. This is a big sightings point. This is a big sightings point.
So, like I said, there was a bunch of people that were in there. They saw this, and it kind of looks like it has hair that goes like all the way back and everything, and how it kind of like lunges with like long strides and everything. So they were like, it was pretty gnarly to like see that, because he sent that to us like the next day he saw it. And what was pretty crazy was the next day too, the groundskeeper was walking around, and they found these prints on the grounds and everything too. So I'm gonna ask you guys out there, like all you animal experts, like what kind of footprint is this? That's like a three-toed claw. It was just these four. It was just one, two, three, four, and then like they kind of disappeared. Let me read you guys' comments. I could probably put this image through AI. Like this was like before AI actually kind of came out and everything, so I could definitely probably look into that when I make it into like a cryptids video. Um, Probably just my ex. Oh no. uh, so what was interesting is like this place has like they used to do like the tunneling instead of the open pit mining. So they tunneled underground and everything. And so when they did that, they released like a lot of those spirits that used to like roam around and stuff. And so we're like, is this like a spirit of like a kind of like a gremlin kind of creature, like a more of like a little beast inside of the tunnel systems and everything? And like I said, like how what one thing that was like pretty interesting was like nobody during the tour saw that until they were looking at the photos and everything. They saw that and they were like, what the heck is happening? That's what I was saying. I was just like, prints don't line up perfectly like that. There should be like a left and right set. That's what I was saying too. So I was just like, what is the cause of a three-toed? Because I don't know like how hogs feet look or anything like that, like because there are javelinas out here or anything like that. But like if there was like a javelina walking through, somebody would have seen it. And with these three-toed clawed things, I was like, oh shit, like this kind of looks like something else and everything. Sorry, I didn't even leave me my footprints in the sand. uh Tell your Ouija board I said hi too. One-legged possum. Let me see. If the volume's low, let me see. I'll turn up my volume here. So, let me know if that's better, everybody. Yeah, javelinas really do smell. So somebody would have smelled that, and so nobody during that tour mentioned anything, which was pretty crazy or anything like that. Da, 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 da. Could be crypto. Like I was saying, like this place, like if I used to like if I used to like explain Vulture City. If you guys haven't gone, like I highly recommend you guys go. Like I'm not too sure if they do ghost tours anymore, but like it's over west of Wickenburg. I'd say about like 20-30 minutes or so. And so it's all paved road. You guys can go out there, and so you guys can get like ghost tour tickets and everything to head out there. But seeing this and then like this video that's right here.
This is a big sightings point.
So then those footprints showing up the next day, we were like, oh shit, that's pretty crazy. Da, 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 da. So okay, so I turn up the volume. So my apologies, everybody. My apologies. A Tommy knocker. So explain to me what's a Tommy knocker, everybody. Actually, I'll just look it up here. Oh, yeah. Open a new tab here. Okay, Google. What's a Tommy knocker? Tommy knocker definition and meaning. From being supposed to be responsible for cracking of timbers in the mine. Is the ghost of a man killed in a mine. Ooh, interesting. There were people that did die. There was a big collapse that happened in like 1923, I think it was. So like they were chipping away at the support beams, trying to get like getting extra gold, I guess you can say, in the support beams, and they dug a little bit too far. And I think there was like 20 something miners, and then like 8 mules or something like that, that collapsed and died in there. So it was pretty amazing and everything. So, well, not amazing that they died, but like the history behind it, you know. Hopefully those guys made it out and everything. So, yeah. So that's honestly pretty crazy. So, a lot more things also happened too. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, so while I was locking up a one of the buildings too, I was like, okay, everybody, so like, is everyone out of the room? It's like, okay, cool. So then like I left. Nobody walked into this room. This was where this is like in a separate room inside of the bunkhouse, and this is where somebody would get like dressed up for a marriage and stuff like that. So there's like a bunch of wedding dresses and kids' toys in there and everything. So I was locking up, and when I walked in there, I heard one of the musical dolls start playing music, and like I tried to hurry up and get my phone out and everything, and I caught the very last little bit of it. So let me know if you guys can hear this. So you hear a little bit of it. Right there. Ding dong. So it was playing like a little bit more, but like I think when they noticed I was pulling out my phone, so they're like, "Hey, quit it! Don't want to get shown off and everything." So it was gnarly because like that's like something you always see in like horror movies and stuff. So like I walk into the room to close the door. I was like, "Okay, good night, spirits," and then it's all ding doo 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 doo, and I was like, "Oh shit." And I was like, "Where's that noise coming from?" And then sure enough, it was that little, I think it's a little bear on that chair and everything. So, oh shoot, I'm not even showing you guys. My bad. uh, okay, cool.
Hey everybody, this music box just started playing on its own.
So yeah, everyone started coming after that. So like that's one thing I think I'm gonna be really looking forward to is in the new channel. I'm gonna be like doing kind of like reacts video to stuff like this and kind of just seeing like give my opinion on whatever people see and everything. So yeah, so my bad. My bad for not showing the clip when I was originally playing it. So hopefully everyone was able to see it. Have I ever investigated Hotel San Carlos? No, I would love to though. But one of those things is trying to do an investigation at a hotel. There's always like a nice comfy bed nearby. You just get tired and just take a nap. Hello, everybody who are just joining. Welcome to Shanclen Shuttle Productions live stream. The barbecue cuts at the spear for being creepy. Yeah. Yeah, it was like it gave me chills because like how I said, like I've only seen stuff like that in like horror movies and stuff. And so like whenever I saw that, I was like, oh shit. You don't know. It's like, it's actually happening. Oh my God. You said that there were places that the creator can't hear you, but I thought the creator was, I know what that word is. I don't know how to say it. Is that not so? So, creator is not the only one that can create things. So, yeah. So there are darker creators out there, I guess you can say, or beings that know how to make things. So they make it from not his own creation. So if he made it of his own creation, or they go to a location that he doesn't have like jurisdiction over, that's where you kind of have that area of where like they can't hear you. Yeah. Do you do anything to prevent spirits from following you home? Yes. After every single ghost tour, I would always stand at the gates, or every location we go to, we always give a tobacco offering to the spirits, pretty much thanking them for their interactions and their stories they gave us, and made like a contractual deal to be able to be like, here's some tobacco. You're supposed to stay here, and this is not where you don't belong with me or anything that's around me. So I'll probably go into that more whenever I start ghost hunting again. How long have I been investigating? I would have to say since about 2019. But we've been doing ceremonies and stuff since I was like 10, 11 ish. Yeah, I was going to ceremonies for that long, or I would have to say more like 13 ish. So about 20, 14 years, maybe 14 years. Been dealing with paranormal stuff. In my hometown, the hangout spot was old U-Cut Trading and Medicine Hill, and a lot of weird stuff would happen there. Yee. Omnipotent. Okay. Omnipotent. All right. Is the creator. Yeah. So. It's kind of weird because, like, it kind of goes a little bit beyond, like, human kind of comprehension on how that works. It's a lot more complicated than what it actually is. We just heard it from a lot of these spirits and everything, and even demons themselves, and actually been to some of those places too. So like being, in a location to where like the creator himself can't hear you is honestly pretty crazy, and just trying to like fathom like how that would work is like, because you would think that the creator would know every single thing because he's a creator, and that's where like the give and takes kind of begin, because it's just like you are the being of a creator, so you have a connection with the creator, but also evil beings know of that too, and there are some beings that were created not of the creator himself. So when it comes to beings that weren't made of the creator himself, of other beings that weren't made of a different creator, or evil beings of the creator himself, then that's where it kind of ties off into the rules of like where and how and where you can actually go, and where he can hear you, can't hear you, and all that stuff like that. So pretty sure none of you understood what I just said, but yeah, like I said, it gets a little bit complicated about that. Are you able to answer my question about the skinwalkers? They're getting people hurt. That's why I'm asking. Let me see. My bad. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I gotta scroll back. Bum, 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 bum. Give me 1 second, everybody. In a haunted house, there's multiple skinwalkers on property. How do they get rid of them? Put up a protection barrier around your home, pretty much. Whether that be with ash, sweetgrass, or cedar, kind of gets rid of them too. But I would recommend trying to go see a local medicine man or healer to kind of be able to make sure that find out why you're being targeted is honestly probably one of the best things I can recommend. Uh, bu- 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 bu. Uh, There's more than one creator. There are councils of spirits that have different dominions and they work together. Yeah, yes, but the other creators are in our area, I guess you can say, of space and time. They're of way further away, different jurisdictions and stuff. Yeah, putting a soundproof dimension in our existence sounds rough. Yeah, pretty in a sense, yeah. It's just like you go in a sense like you go into a soundproof room that makes sure that no prayers or sounds or anything kind of leave that area that you're in. So it's kind of how it works. So and then also they put like a cloak thing over you to where you can't be seen by good or creator and everything like that. But you know, there's some speculation if you know the creator can actually see through that or not. So, but I don't know yet. uh, when you do investigations, how does your traditional beliefs or experiences differ from mainstream beliefs in regard to spirits and supernatural? Uh, Everything, because I would have to say that like more so it would be like you know we kind of already have like a basic understanding of how these guys work and stuff, and so when it comes to more of the people who are like guardians or medicinal people, they know a little bit more so of how these guys work. So I just kind of learned throughout all the years of what I know. So that's one thing I'm going to be doing when I go on my investigations. You know, as I'm going to be learning more in depth about how these spiritual networks work and everything, and because I think we all know that ghosts and spirits exist. So it's just like, okay, well, what's the next thing we can do? Yes. Hello, everybody. Is Skinwalker Ranch legit? Yeah, that's not, I just need to make a video about this. The Skinwalker, it's a very paranormal, supernatural area. So it's a long time ago. Skinwalkers used to go there, but not anymore because there's a lot of like mainstream media and stuff that go over there. Mainly extraterrestrial stuff happens there from now on. Some spiritual deities do go over there, but they're a lot really good of, I guess you could say, hiding themselves from being caught on camera. Ba, 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 ba. But do you think, okay, you don't have to answer this, but if this hits too close to home, but do you think there are skinwalkers working for the cartels? So somebody mentioned that like there are like Nawals, um, beings that are similar to skinwalkers and stuff. So yeah, I would have to say shapeshifting does work in the underworld for hits and all these other different things that go about. So I don't want to speak too much about it, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is. Any plans on visiting haunted places on the East Coast? Yes, definitely want to. One of my bucket list places is going to the Conjuring House, and then the sanatorium that's in Kentucky, that area too. That's a really big one I want to go to. Have I ever seen a full bodied apparition? Yes, it's pretty creepy. Mm. Whoa, a lot of comments coming in. Sorry, everybody. Trying to read through them. What's the most afraid I've ever been on an investigation? So, if you guys haven't yet, go check out my Phantoms video. That's where I talk about my most terrifying experience I've ever had in paranormal investigating. Curious, sage is necessary for indigenous sage or culinary sage? If culinary is is as effective if you grow or harvest your own. I would have to say if you grow your own medicines, it is a little bit more potent because you get to actually pray to it how it grows. So it gets, I guess you can say, brought up more so of specifically what you want, and yeah, it'll be a little bit more potent spiritually like that. Have I ever experienced UFO or sky people on my adventures? Yes. So you can go check out my I did a video about extraterrestrials, so I talk about a few of my experiences growing up, seeing lights in the sky. Yes, Nawales are in Mexico, so yeah. What do I think of werewolves? Jacob, man. Jacob done it in Twilight, man. I I really do think werewolves are real. I would have to say maybe more so East Coast, or even like more in Europe area. But would be pretty interesting to meet a werewolf. Just hopefully I don't get eaten. In your people's history, do you ever hear of Aztecs is believed that came from northern Arizona / California? I have not, but I'm pretty sure long time ago that we traded with people from Mexico and everything. Wouldn't be surprised. I believe in Dogman. I never experienced it, but I'm not gonna say I don't believe in it. I just if I haven't experienced something, I can't have an opinion on it. So it's just like, you know, that's one of those things that I always see a lot of people say like, "Oh, this is bullshit. I've never experienced it, so it's not real." It's just like, well, clearly you haven't been all over the world, been out at certain times whenever these beings come around. So it's just like you can't really say that they don't exist if you don't leave your house, kind of thing. So I haven't left Arizona. I've never seen really dogmen in the area. So maybe in some other locations there's some dogmen running around. Dun, 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 dun. Might want to wait on the Conjuring House. They're having issues. I heard. I've seen some things on YouTube and TikTok about like controversies of ownership and stuff. And yeah, so whenever the creator deems it, I will make my way over there. Can I go into detail about the truce periods? It's vaguely mentioned a couple times in UTS, but it's leaked my interest. So the truce period, I'll be very vague about it because I can't go into detail about it, but good and evil spirits were at war, but for a short period of time, there was a truce period for some things that were happening at the time in the spiritual world. So no killing, no fighting. And I broke that truce, and yeah, a lot of bad things happened. It was over in Bobby Mackey's. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Is time travel an ability that can be learned? I'm a little confused with stories about spirits from different time periods. Yeah, but it's not as common as you think. I would have to say that. Spirits from different time periods, it's just their soul and their spirit are still here. So imagine like if I died here in this place and I was just waiting through time and space, my environment around me isn't going to change. Or it is going to change with time. People are going to change, things are going to go on, but I'm still going to be here if I didn't want to go to heaven or anything like that. So, and then that's where you have like residual energies. Like that's where you have like memories of spirits of when they were humans, they did some stuff. And so that's where those memories kind of come in of the past. So not so much time travel. It's more so of just a spirit that's just hanging around for a long ass time. So yeah, it was pretty interesting when we went to the East Coast to investigate. We met some Civil War soldiers that were kind of pretty racist to us. So yeah, it was other times though. So and then Vulture City too. There's a lot of racial slurs said to us. It was other times though. Can't really blame him. Can't tell a 200-year-old spirit, hey, you need to be woke. You're not allowed to say that no more because you'll probably end up fighting him. Okay. Do I believe in centaurs? Yeah, I do. I believe in Catwoman. Oh no. Chill out. Vernon in Arizona. Have I seen anything other than ghosts? I guess mythical creatures. Yes, I have. Kind of want want to re-see some of the places we investigated and just see if I can go more in depth on some of those places. So, but yes, I have. I kind of think that cryptics are spiritual beings from other dimensions. Yes, you're correct. Do you think Anasazis were Aztec that came north? No, I don't believe Aztecs were that bad. So, Anasazis were really bad, really bad. So I don't want to put that on the nation. Do you feel? How do I feel when non-natives take your culture and sort of appropriate it? It's fucking weird. That's one thing I always talk about. Is like, whenever we used to do investigations and we used to sing our songs and stuff, we never added the full thing, because we know there's people like in Sedona, Arizona, that like pretend to be like Native American chiefs or medicinal people, and then like they sell ceremonies, healing ceremonies to people for like thousands of dollars, and they don't even know what they're doing. They'll take like a recording from YouTube or whatever and re-sing it, and it's just like they'll make it for profit and all that other stuff. So it's just like that's why like we don't share everything. I don't share everything on my channel, because it's just like there's some things that like are need to know for everybody for their own protection, and then there's stuff that's like need to know for like people who actually experience this stuff. So yeah, happens a lot though, more so than you think. Okay. I've heard rumors that the Dogman is spreading further west into Native and Navajo territories. I'd love to see them go against Skinwalkers. Be pretty cool. Hey, what's up? Finally caught it live in Connecticut. Connecticut? I think it's CT's Connecticut. Ed Lorraine. I need to stop by the Ed Lorraine Warren Museum in where Annabelle is. Can't go to her house without stopping by and saying hi. Would be pretty cool. I know the nephew of those two, so I'll probably hit him up. I've been wanting to go to Maine to hang out with him. John Zaffis. He's a pretty cool guy. Okay. Oh, a lot of comments coming in. My apologies, everybody. I'm trying to read as fast as I can. Chin Lee, what's up? When your production when your production company grows, do you think your adventures and teachings would be an inspiration for horror films like The Deliverance on Netflix? Yes. I think that's one thing that's just like I'm going to be making some movies here pretty soon, so I'm just waiting for some things to kind of settle down first, and then once we get those out of the way, then I can start making some movies and stuff. But we did watch The Deliverance, and it was based off of. Comment down below if you guys seen The Deliverance on Netflix, but that was based off of Zach Bagans' Demon House documentary that he did. And I remember in the documentary, Zach was talking about like how some people in the production company were threatening him for the rights to be able to film this, because I guess the family actually sold their story over to that production company. I think it was for The Deliverance, so it's pretty gnarly to see that. But it's kind of like a complete like 180. The only thing that kind of like when I was watching it that made me remind me that it was a Conjuring house was when the boy walked up backwards on the wall, and then there was the child service lady that witnessed it too. So that was like the only thing that really like reminded me of that place. So I was like, is this? And then sure enough, at the end, they're talking about LaToya Adams, and then they showed a picture of the demon house, and I was just like, oh shit, that's crazy. Do I believe in any Nordic? Do I believe in any Nordic creatures? I'm not too familiar with Nordic creatures, but would love to learn. The Emmons case had a Catholic priest come out, and the Netflix movie was way off base. Yeah, it was. I mean, like compared to like what they actually said and shown, like in Zach's documentary, compared to what actually happened in the movie, that's where like you guys can actually see like the term Hollywooded up to be able to make it more scary and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one of those things. So it's pretty wild to be able to see that. Any plants that you would recommend for cleansing or personal protection? Any references? Sweetgrass, cedar, bitter herb, tobacco. Yeah, that's pretty much what I use. Do I like anime? Hell yeah. I stopped wearing some Demon Slayer earrings because I don't know where they went, but they're somewhere in my bag somewhere. Traveling and all that stuff. I gotta find them again. But love Demon Slayer. Love Dragon Ball. I love Naruto. Kind of like more of the big name stuff. Used to watch. Let me see. What was some other ones I watch? Sword Art Online was another one. But yeah, mainly like Demon Slayer. Spy X Family was another one too. I really liked. So yeah. If there was a war between Dogman and Yellow Shoes, I'm going the other way. It's like a Twilight battle happening in front of you. A lot of warnings on that movie. People say not to watch. I mean, like the movie itself, I think is fine. It's more so Zach's documentary. I would have to say be careful watching because that's more kind of real and it's how he lost his eyesight, which is pretty gnarly too. So I always get like weird feelings whenever I watch it. So yeah. Speaking of Nordic creatures, if you ever had up there, feel free to speak to the trolls. But stay away from elves. They don't like humans. Oh no. Hey, thank you so much for the donation. I messed with your channel, bro. Hell yeah. Glad you enjoy. Nordic mythology is interesting. I recommend you go check it out. I actually have a book. I don't read, but like there was a book on Nordic mythology I wanted to read. I know, like with me, like it's kind of. I'm not really like I'll read a book about like spiritual creatures and stuff like that, but like I like more so going to locations of where these beings actually are and learning from them. So like I'll read it and just kind of like just get like a broad reference of what certain things are. So, but yeah, it's like Nordic mythology is something I've always kind of really interested in looking into. Full Metal Alchemist. I haven't seen that. That would be really cool. Smoking tobacco or chewing tobacco? What's stronger medicine? I would have to say smoking. I don't chew. Like I don't. At least for us, I don't think we have any stories about chewing tobacco. But we always do that. Oh, thank you so much for the $10 donation, Andrew. Okay. Demon Slayer is so good. Can't wait for the last season to come out. Yes. Infinity Castle is so crazy. So I'm excited to see that too. Okay. Folks are weak-minded nowadays. It's more so of there's just not a lot of proper teaching. It's just like if you give people the proper teaching in life and everything, and if people didn't have to worry about rent or all these other different stuff, then they can actually focus on themselves and grow themselves mentally, spiritually, and physically with whatever faith or belief they want to do. So I think it's just one of those things, just like it's of the times. And I think it's meant from evil to be able to make people focus on kind of useless stuff like rent and stuff like that instead of actually working on themselves. So that's just one of those things, in my opinion, why I feel like, yes, there are a lot of people out there that are kind of missing that spiritual grounding, but you can't blame them, because that's one of those things I see a lot of times. And even in our own nations, like families who kind of lose that connection to spirituality and then traditionalism too, is like they kind of grow up walking around not knowing certain things of do's and do nots, and they wonder like, why am I getting affected? Why am I getting sick? It's just like, oh, well, you weren't taught these certain things. So I always advocate, listen to your elders and just try to be careful out there, everyone. Are little people real? Yes. I almost got attacked by one when I was younger. Probably make a video on that here pretty soon. Do you have any recommendations on how to stay safe on a canoe trip in the middle of the woods with people I don't know? That just sounds like a recipe for disaster. Carry a gun with you. Make sure everyone knows where you're at. Share your location, and yeah, give offering to the spirits of the forest and the water. And guns for people, tobacco's for spirits. You'll be all right. Has a ghost ever hit me? Yes. Fucking hurts. It hurts on a spiritual level and physical. But yeah, it really, really fucking hurts. Do I believe in dwarves? I hope dwarves are real. Would love to get a armor, like an axe or sword from them. That would be really cool. Whatever is at the end of Zach's movie when he locked himself in and the sound of the hooves and noise, it made my soul. It hit my. Made me hit me. It made hit me to my soul. My bad. I have a hard time reading comments sometimes. Yeah, it was pretty wild to be able to see that kind of go through, and and just his eyesight get taken away. It was pretty crazy. Do I think rent will go down if the evil corporate spirits are banished? Shoot, if evil corporate okay, there's certain things I think that everyone should have: free home, free education, free health, and let people do what they want to do, and just contribute to the community. That's what we did as Native people a long time ago. It's just like, okay, if somebody needs a home, we build them a home. The community comes together, we build them a home. We make farms. It's like, okay, so like this person, the community comes together to go to the farm, get food together, and everybody just kind of works together. We never really had only time like we would barter and stuff was like with other tribes if we needed stuff like clothing or wool, or certain areas were kind of suffering and stuff. So it's just like this whole concept of like working your entire life just to pay for a house that you never really own, and it's just like, yeah, like it's kind of bad. Do you know what ice cold feelings are and come in a ball form on certain parts of the body? Normally it's whenever you start feeling cold is like when a spirit kind of comes around. So that's always a kind of like a telltale sign, is like when the energy changes in the room gets colder is when spirits kind of walk around. Hey, how is it I'm not a member yet and seeing this live stream? Oh yeah, if you guys want to become members, go over there and help support me. That'd be really awesome. I wish I could banish a-holes. Yo, what's up, man? Love your channel. Been here since 10K. What's up? Welcome. Happy to see a lot of older subscribers that were here from the beginning. How can you tell what type of elemental you are having living on your property? Feelings, sense, smells, hearing, and just overall feelings of what you can kind of pick up is what you can really kind of tell of what's actually kind of around. When you say tobacco, indigenous or domestic cultivators, pipe tobacco in a bundle. When you offer tobacco, I would have to say loose tobacco. Pipe tobacco would be the best giving offering. But like in emergencies, like if you have like cigar or something like this, you can just cut this open, take off the tobacco, and just offer that as well. That could help out too. Are little people evil? No. Some of them are, but not all of them. To pay to live was always crazy to me. We were meant to work alongside Mother Earth. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's just like y'all would be taking away like the true purpose of what we're here on this earth to do. We're not here to take from it. We're here to live with it, No, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about governments and the elites and stuff. Have you had more spiritual attacks as a result of spiritual knowledge you spread on your channel? No, everything's been good. Knock on wood. But everything I share and everything has been good. I have my own protections. I have that with me 24/7. So, it's one of those things. It's just like as long as you're doing stuff with good mind, good heart, you'll be all right. I have to get going now, but nice seeing you all on live stream. See you soon. Later, Andrew. Thank you so much for the donation. Hope you have a good night. Yes. Do you hear stories of the American Indian Wars, or have you relatives that fought? Pretty sure I did. Pretty sure everyone Native families had some relatives that fought. Descendants of Chief Manny Leto and all of them. So got some good stories from a long time ago. Do you know the meanings of dreams? Depends. Could be just something that you went throughout your day, or psychologically what you're trying to see in your own mind. It's one thing I like. So like when people have dreams, it's just like it's hard to kind of decipher what they are, unless they're like a spiritual vision. Those are totally different compared to like an actual dream. That's more psychological within your mind. So I would have to say, look inside your own mind, be able to decipher whatever message you have. I'm gonna start my own society with bartering and free housing. Yes. See, like it'd be cool. Like I could go back in time and like I would trade a bow and arrow for a sword if like a samurai or a Viking came over to our lands. Be like, fuck yeah, dude. Give you months worth of food to give me a sword. How old were you when the little person attacked you? I had some trouble when I was being about 5 years old, but we worked it out. I wouldn't have to say attacked. When I was interacted, I would have to say it was more so of a warning toward me. I would have to say I was like about 10 or 11 years old. That's pretty young. One show I think is interesting from spiritual perspective is Bleach. I haven't seen that yet, but that'd be really cool to watch. Sorry, everybody. A lot of comments are coming in. Yeah, it's really good though. Really good interaction tonight. I have insanely detailed dreams that I forget instantly. It's weird that they're intense and completely vague. Yeah, it's whenever it comes to like a vision or something, a lot of times they're either like really vivid, like how you said. I remember one time I had a vision. I woke up. I was like kind of hyperventilating. I was like sweating and all that other stuff. I was completely fine before I went to sleep. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. Do you think giants of this land know of Thor? Could be. I mean, like, comes to the spiritual world, you know. Everybody knows who Keanu Reeves is, so I'm pretty sure everyone in the spiritual world knows who Thor is. Did I know that the Vikings discovered the Americas before Columbus? Yeah. They came over on the East Coast, I believe. It was one of those my favorite shows. I know it's Hollywooded up. It's not like historically accurate or anything, but like Vikings was a really good show that I liked. It was pretty cool. Just to kind of get like an idea of, like I said, there's a lot of Hollywoodism to it, but to be able to see those guys and everything and just be like, damn, just imagine like witnessing those guys in person would be pretty gnarly and everything. So Floki in the show came to America and ended up living one with the natives, which was pretty cool. Hey, Scott Kyle, thank you so much for the $20 donation. You rock. Many blessings to you. Yeah. It was also pretty interesting, too, is the Vikings weren't the only ones that came here, too. So I got to think about that. Go check out my How to Defend Yourself video. I think I talk about it there a little bit. About maybe how some samurai journeying across the waters that came to us. Can a spirit animal help with life? Yes. Oh. It's one of those, I always get sad, like, whenever I see those TikToks of, like, sad animals that, like, say there was, like, a cat and a dog, and the dog dies, and the cat's, like, looking for him all sad and everything. He's just like, where are you going? He's just like, I'm just going to go for a wait. I'll go on a little trip for a little while. When are you going to be back? He's just like, I don't know. And I was like, you know, I always get sad. But, yeah, spiritual animals are always something amazing. I hate sleep paralysis. Have I ever experienced that? A form of it, but that was more so of a skinwalker kind of putting me under that paralysis feeling. Other than that, though, no, not really. Yeah, the gods in other countries are like, did you hear about the Nordic gods lately? Crazy stuff going on over there. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Oh shit, you know they killed one of the giant demons over there? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Took it out with one blow. As a Navajo, what is your opinion on vampirism and vampires? Are they strictly evil creatures? I honestly have never met a vampire before, but I would love to go to like Dracula's castle and try to like see if I can communicate with a spiritual one. Be pretty gnarly. So you got to bring some garlic with me though. But I would love to see if I can interact with them, get to know the full story if they're real or not. Why is it that evil spirits hate the hearing the name of Jesus or the other word? They're heroes. They're very powerful spiritual deities and everything. So that's pretty much like if you say like in the name of Jesus Christ, you're just like, oh shit, you know, just like having so much prowess that your name has that much power. So that's like one of those things. It's just like it's always that fear of like, oh shit, what if he shows up and kicks my ass, you know? So like I said, like I give a lot of props to Jesus and all those other deities. Yes, they are real. But I have a lot of people in the comments say like he's the only way. Like, and no, there's other heroes that are out there. So just depends on where you come from. Jared, what's up, man? What up, man? Hope you're having a good night, bro. What do I know of ayahuasca medicine? I know it's very powerful. Never tried it before. Would have to take it in ceremony, but heard it really takes you in the spirit world. Yeah. In Hawaii, sleep paralysis is called the press. A doctor did not believe in it. Put a bed on a scale, and it recorded the weight being pressed on a person. Yeesh, that's creepy. You done peyote in ceremony? Do you believe in werewolves or zombies? What is a zombie? When you think about it, what is a zombie? Could be, for me, you really think about it. It really depends on depends on which movie series you're talking about. But for me, I think a zombie could be a spirit, evil spirit possessing a human body. That's why they decay, because they don't have life in them. They have that death in them, even though it's this evil spirit and everything. Possibly. Werewolves? Never experienced one, but pretty sure they're out there. On my res, lots of us old ladies gather many medicines throughout the year. That is one way we help our families. Do you and your aunties gather? Heck yeah. It's pinon season right now. That's the best medicine right there. Pinon season. All you Navajos out there, if you see me out at the fairs, be sure to give me a good discount on pinons. Yeah, I'll give you a shout out. Oh, lots of comments coming in. What does praying to nature mean? Also, is anointing or dedicating weapons to the creator witchcraft? Just making sure it's not. No, I mean, no. Praying to nature is pretty much what makes the sun move, what makes the clouds form, what makes the wind blow, what makes the plants grow. You know, all these different things that kind of come around. What brings the seasons, what brings the night, what brings the day, what brings the moon, what brings the stars in the solar system together. In our ways, there are spirits that go ahead and do all those things, nature spirits that help around and do all those different things. So you give thanks, and because you could be in a location that has a drought and you haven't prayed or give thanks to these spirits to bring you water and stuff, and or somebody cursed them out, and now you're living in a drought. So it's just like, okay. It's always one of those things that's like I always think about is like, okay, there's science and all that stuff to reasons why they actually do that, but you have to go deeper of why these things actually start. What makes wind blow? Because it's just like, take this lighter, for example. This cannot move on its own. This cannot do its things on its own, but wind can. Clouds can. The sunlight gives energy. The moonlight gives energy. The oceans, the waves, the waters, all these different things all move all together at one time. So there's some life to it. Yes. Yes. Even the people outside are honking for that. think Jesus and Thor would get along. Hell, I would love to have a smoke break with Jesus and Thor. It'd be pretty cool. Dun, 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 dun. What's your favorite hobby to do, and do you have others? So, favorite hobbies. I love doing this. YouTube is pretty fun. I love video editing and photography and stuff, but learning how to play guitar, which is actually pretty cool. I like to game too, so pretty basic guy stuff. Love archery. Haven't done that in a while though, but I'll probably be picking that up soon. Love to work out. Not as much as I should, but yeah, I like doing that too. But yes. Did I hear about the white calf being born recently according to the white calf woman prophecy? Yes. It's always good blessings whenever there's a baby white calf, buffalo being born. A lot of good things, a lot of good blessings when it comes to that. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Has anyone happened to record the hurts of prayer? Is it possible that there are Semitic petroglyphs and ancient original people's ruins here? Possibly. Be pretty cool to check that out. Is there another world after the spirit world? I don't know. From everything that we've been told, we're not allowed to know what happens exactly, like in heaven, I would have to say. More so like what that's like. We know that like there's a whole process to get there. What happens after, we're not allowed to know until we actually die. Natural laws. What's my perspective of the... What is that? Is that a moon? I like the moon. It's pretty cool. Makes the ocean move. Is there a difference between animal totems and animal guides? I wouldn't know. Probably would be a different tribe that has those animal totems would probably know more. Does Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath give you the creeps? I love that song. It was one of those things that my uncle was one of the ones that really introduced like heavy metal to me. And then like my dad, like even back then, he used to consider Iron Maiden as like heavy metal, even though it's like not really heavy metal. But music is a form of expression. So, you know, there are different ways of expressions or telling stories. So there are some songs out there that do creep me out. Don't remember them at the top of my head, but I have heard some that give me the willies. So it kind of freaks me out. Can rocks or stones that have power to help you in life and day? Yeah, there's holy stones that are out there. Turquoise, one of things I love. I love archery, but I don't live close to a range. Otherwise, I'd be out there a lot. Love it as much as capoeira. I think that's how you say that. Yeah, I'm going to be moving back to the res, so I'll just go out in my backyard and just be all day and everything. I used to practice all the time, you know, so it was one of those things. It's like I grew up loving how to do that. So, but yeah, one thing I really want to pick up is horse archery, but I need to get a horse that's big enough to fit a 6'5" dude. So, it'd be pretty awesome. Dun, dun, dun. Totems are more of a northwestern tribes, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's more northern tribes up there that kind of do that. Dun, 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 dun. It moves the water. Not to brag, but I know a guy that stole the moon with his minions. Nay, we shall steal the moon. It'd be pretty cool. Have a moon. Cool. I gotta bounce. Getting from Salt Lake. I better. Yes. Hope you have a good night. I have a hard time reading. Why do the Aztec perform sacrifices as rituals? I honestly don't think they did that much often. Like it was more so of. I would have to say that more of a bigger kind of trade off. I guess is the ultimate price to pay. Of thanks and stuff, and there were that people that really loved it that much they were willing to give their life for it. So maybe, yeah. Is there any Dene folklore about shadow people? Any way to discern positive or negative shadow beings? Yes, go check out my shadow beings video. I have that up there, so you can go check that out. Is there any significance for people that naturally attract wild animals and have a strong affinity with most animals? Means you have a natural soul, I would have to say. So when you have that, animals are very attuned to energies and stuff like that. So when you have a really good one, you're easy to come to. Same with people too. Are tattoos really bad for Dene people? No. I've heard stories about like if you have tattoos and the spirit people won't be able to recognize you, but that's one of the things in our creation we never had that. So it's one of the more modern times kind of thing. As long as you have a good story with it, a good reason, and sometimes the spirits can ask you to have a tattoo done for you. So it's loopholes, I guess. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. Do you ground your energy to release any attachments from energies that may cling? Yeah, all the time. This one thing is just like always make sure that all the energies within yourself are of your own, and it's even with people you deal with every day at work or school or anything like that. You get all those energies all over you and everything. It's always good to come home and just like let all that stuff out and everything. So yeah, it's always good to be grounded. Have you ever thought of doing any podcasts? I've been on 2 recently. I need to go on some more in the future. There's been a lot of people asking me, and I kind of have a list of people I need to hit up, but I've been really busy lately. But I want to do my own podcast here pretty soon. That's going to be on a separate channel and everything. It's going to be pretty cool. Yeah. Horse archery would be awesome. Yeah. Just see like those Mongolians and everything. And Lakota people used to do it too, but the Mongolians, I think they did it with class. It's really cool. People see movies of the horse archers and everything. Those guys are pretty cool. Have I heard of the Bible actually taking place here in the Americas? It's crazy belief, but very interesting. I've heard some people talk about that, but it was just like, I don't really think so. I get scars instead of tattoos. Oh no. Are the lives of Indians living in Americas getting better or worse or staying the same? The government hasn't always been kind. I'd have to say it's been the same. They're trying to get better, but it's more so the tribal government system is the thing that's struggling the most and everything. So yeah, I've been looking for a chance to reach out, but hang on. Any correlation to the Western demon, specifically the Phoenix, and correlation to conjuring or summoning in rituals? I wouldn't recommend summoning demons. That'd be my first thing. But I think the Phoenix is a good spirit. I would have to imagine. I've never experienced a Phoenix before, but would love to see one day. I always imagine the one like on Harry Potter. He's all teleports. Be pretty cool. Is it scary at night where you are? In Mesa? Yeah, it's pretty creepy out here. But in the res too. Can be creepy at night, but it's got skinwalkers and res dogs and coyotes out there. So just always got to be careful when you're traveling at night in the res. Is a great white spirit a part of Navajo culture? Maybe. Rings a bell, but not 100% sure. I'll have to look into that. How do you think folks get their ideas in these movies? Because a lot of movies are more fact than what you think about it, one being Lord of the Rings. So I really do think that some people are spiritually inclined. They get ideas from a lot of these spiritual beings. So when they're writing out these writers or these movie makers and everything, they get a lot of their stories and teachings from spiritual beings themselves. So yes, I really do think that in some way, shape, or form. That's one thing I love doing too, is like doing a lot of correlations between like how to explain certain spiritual things through movies and everything. So that'd be pretty cool. Oh, I wanted to also announce too that before we get too into this, that OC Paracon, the Paracon that's happening in October, October the pull up my calendar right here. October 11th and 12th in Anaheim, California. Just opened up their tickets again for just this weekend. So to sell a little bit more tickets and everything. So it's special going on. So go to www.ocparacon.com. I'll be there. I'll be having a panel. I'll be doing my Meeting of Shadows too. So I said I was going to end my Meeting of Shadows ticket sales on Friday, but I'm also extending it to Sunday to kind of match OC Paracon. So if you guys want to come hang out with me, here's some more of these stories like this in person. Be a little bit more creepier and everything. Go get your tickets, because I think in my latest video I put the link for getting OC Paracon tickets and Meeting a Warrior tickets on there. So if you guys want to go ahead and get some tickets like that, guys, go for it. Give me 1 second, y'all. One of the homies is coming over. One second, everybody. Cool. All right. My bad, everybody. R/were mammoths sacred animals in the same way that as a bison and bear? I would have to imagine so. That'd be fucking terrifying to see a mammoth. Manny, he's not fat. He's fluffy, everybody. So remember that. He's poofy. Okay. Cool. What's my thoughts on the Thunderbird? So we've actually experienced a Thunderbird one time. It was actually in Vulture City as well. So Thunderbird, in our traditional stories, it was a bird that was eating and taking people, feeding its young, and taking their bodies over to the Shiprock Mountain over there. So yeah, it wasn't that good. But I've heard in other tribes and everything that they are doing a lot better and everything. So they're like really good and not bad and everything. Will I be doing a live at OC Paracon? Probably not. No, kind of make it a little bit more special for people. I guess for the people that like wanted to show up and everything, like I'll make it a little bit more special for them. But maybe some aspects of it, like maybe like during a break or whenever, I'll do a live stream over there, just kind of show you the event and everything. So people who didn't show up this year, show up next year. See what you're missing out on. Hey. Do I believe res dogs are the most strongest creatures? No. Yeah, just chase them off. Whoosh, go on. But they are very powerful. You know, like if you have like not like a like Choshi dog over there, you have like a actual dog protector and everything. They are very powerful. They are the protectors of the home and everything. So yes and no. Yes and no. The guardians that actually stay and protect are good. The res dogs that go and eat people, no, bad ones. Thoughts on aliens? Yes, I do believe aliens are real. So, yes. I did a video on aliens, so you can go check that out. What's your deep thoughts on anxiety? It's weird. I can't really say too much about it because I myself am a person that hasn't really experienced anxiety before. So, but I do know people that do experience anxiety, and like what I've learned is like I can't really be saying like how people feel about certain things, like what certain like anxieties or anxiety panic attacks or anything like that come up. They happen, they're real. Why they happen, not too sure. Spiritual or physical, not too sure. But you know, they do exist out there, and you know, it sucks when it actually happens. I was watching Inside Out 2, and I think, you know, from what I was told, that was a really good portrayal of what anxiety feels like. So yeah, just if you have somebody who has anxiety or panic attacks, give them a hug, be there for them, and just, you know, don't push anything, or just try to be there for them. Do I need to purchase tickets for the 12th if I've already purchased tickets for the 11th? So yeah, so my Meeting of Warriors is different from the OC Paracon tickets. So my event is going to be just like a little special event that happens the day before. And OC Paracon is pretty much there's going to be a lot of guest speakers that are there. And they're going to be giving presentations throughout the day. They're going to be selling some stuff and ask them some questions about other paranormal investigators. So if you want to experience like the whole Comic Con or Paracon itself, you know, that's a different ticket itself too. So you need to purchase both. Which is scarier, ghosts or skinwalkers? I would say ghosts. Ghosts can be a lot more scarier. Got to get you to the southeast. I want to go to the southeast. I want to go to a lot of places. Okay, my bad. Okay, I imagine dinosaur spirits have long since passed on LMAO. I'm pretty sure spiritual hunters actually killed off those spirits a long time ago. Plan on ever coming to Texas? Oh, I'd love to come to Texas. Honestly, that'd be really cool. There's a lot of creepy things out there, so want to go check that out. Can skinwalkers be only on Navajo land? Yanagloshis, the Navajo ones, there and like a little bit outside of the borders, but not in Europe, I would have to say. I've heard people say creatures like dinosaurs were too primitive and dumb to have soldier spirits. Oh no. God. I mean, like, I would hope they would have some spirits or anything, but maybe. I don't know. Dinosaur heaven. You ever watch Littlefoot, that old cartoon a long time ago? I would hope that he went to heaven. Him and his parents. Or Good Dinosaur. Do I know about Hayokas? Yes. Uncle's Hayoka. Go to a lot of Lakota ceremonies up north too, so we know they're really cool. They're really interesting. I don't want to go too much into it because they're very spiritual, but yes. My daughter is a lot like me. I have anxiety around crowds. Yeah, it's like one of those things that I'm not used to being around crowds too. But like, I don't have like to the extent of like what people with anxiety feel. Like I just get nervous around crowds because it's just like there's a lot of it's more so of like energies of everybody kind of mixing with mine. And if like you're not used to that kind of coming around, you know, feeling all these people's like spirits and stuff walk around. Like for me, that's how I feel. Like, you know, for me, I'm not saying that's anxiety, but like for me, that's why I feel like nervous around crowds. That's my reasoning, but could be the reason why people feel that too. Land Before Time, yes. A video of a Velociraptor was put up recently. Eesh. Screw Velociraptors. After Jurassic Park, man, I don't want to mess with that. Yoshi! Hello. Can spirits scratch you when you're not looking? Yeah. Yes, they can. Okay. I find the crossing of spirituality and prehistoric life to be an interesting mixing. Yes. I came in contact with two red-eyed things. I cannot see their body. It was too dark. Still don't know what it was. Red-eyed things, be careful out there. Give them some eye drops. Maybe their eyes are just really irritated. Does it bug you how famous skinwalkers got and now people all over swear everything is a skinwalker? Yeah, that's why I made the skinwalker video. I talk more so like what skinwalkers actually are. Then there's Nahuales over in Mexico. Like I said, like there's shapeshifters all over the world, but skinwalkers are Navajo. So Yanagloshis and everything. So, and I know I'm saying it wrong, but there's a reason why I'm saying it wrong, because if you say it right, then they can actually pick you up on all that other stuff. So yeah. Have I seen Beetlejuice? Yes. Uh, this is okay. It's pretty good. I liked it. I think the actual actor who played Beetlejuice gave it his all, and I just think it was kind of. I wish they did a little bit more. A little bit more would have been cool. Mm, is holy water just eye drops? Eye drops to the creator, yes. Uh, bum 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 bum. I believe fear or giving belief in something gives it power. Yes. You got to learn how to give the right energy. Don't give them fear. Because if you give a good spirit good energy, it's going to give them good energy. If you give a bad spirit bad energy, it's going to make it more powerful. So you just got to give the right energies to it. Do I believe unfallen creatures reside in our world? Yes, I do. They are all running amok and doing something in Gotham. I recently watched The Penguin. If you guys haven't seen that, I would have to say it was like 10 out of 10. I would have to give it a 10 out of 10. It was a really good show. It's only one episode so far. It's on Max. That one was a really good one. I also watched Tulsa King on, I think that one's on Paramount Plus. Season 2's coming out. I wish the whole season came out so I can just binge it, but they're doing it like a weekly thing. Tulsa King on Paramount Plus is also really good too. So first season's on there. It's really good. Is it normal for a shadow man with a top hat to follow a family like for 7 generations that we know of? Sure, it's not a family member. I mean, like I would imagine like if a spirit were to follow a family to torment them for generations, somebody way back then had a fucked up real big. So I would have to try to give an offering, maybe, unless it's a family member who's just turned out to be a shadow spirit. Could work out too. Does every living thing on Earth have a spirit? Yeah, every living thing on Earth has a spirit. I would have to say, and even I would have to say even non-living things too, because like everything that's here, camera, mic, all these things to me has a spirit because I have a connection with it. When you make a connection with it and a memory, that gives it life. So all these things are, they're my babies. Have I watched Dark Winds? Yes. I mean, it's a good show. They tried. Those guys are from different tribes, so them trying to speak Navajo is kind of funny. It's not like perfect, and even I can't talk shit because like I'm not a full fluent speaker of the Navajo language as well, so I will probably fuck it up a lot too. But I give them A for effort. They did a lot of good stuff on that show. It's pretty interesting. So yeah, it's a really good show. What are my thoughts on people crossing over spirits? Be very careful because you might send them to the wrong heaven. Be sure to learn the right songs and ceremonies to send them to the right place. Bum, bum, bum. Dark Winds was a good show. Yes, indeed, Jared. It was. Can skinwalkers pass their genes so that their kids can become skinwalkers easy? You give them tips and tricks. Tricks are for kids. Always remember that. You think you would do a review on Norse mythology? Just curious. I mean, like, I would give my 2 cents on it, but like, I don't know much about it. I would love to just talk about it from my sense, but in no way, shape, or form would I be an expert in it. I would just say, this is cool. This is cool. It's awesome. This is cool. I would love to know somebody who's like very versed in the lore and the culture of it. What other monster stories will you be telling during your upcoming winter season? Ooh, mini horn monster, big lizard. A couple other ones too that are out there that I'm gonna be hearing about very soon from my elders, so I'll be able to pass those along to you too as well. If all else fails, a very bad Duolingo Navajo course exists. Yes. There was like a kids app. Oh fuck, I forget what it was, but like when my siblings were growing up, there was like a Navajo language app that was like for kids, and like I was like learning Navajo, like how to count and then like how to say like apple, orange and bananas and all that other stuff on there, and then after you would choose the right one, it would say Nishone, and it was very cute. Yeah, but yeah, it's. I heard Rosetta Stone has Navajo too. Like I would have taken Navajo language in high school, but the Navajo teacher at the time was an a-hole. I didn't like him, and I didn't want to learn Navajo language. And it sucks because like my siblings moved to a different town, and my grandpa is actually the Navajo language teacher there. I'm like, you guys are so lucky you get to learn Navajo from our grandpa, one of our grandpas, and everything. So yeah. Do I believe cats protect you from bad spirits? Yes, I do. Beautiful creatures. Very cute. Very demure. What cryptids have I seen? Thunderbird, Bigfoot, Skinwalkers. Mm, all sorts of beasts. I don't even know what they are. But yes. Now the difficult questions. Is the earth flat? No. Sorry, it's not. It's just not. What are my thoughts on insane asylums? Insane asylums were originally created to put medicine people, Native American medicinal people in there. It's pretty wild. But yeah, uh that's one place I want to go check out and everything, but those are going to be a challenge for themselves because at least some spirits that are sane know the natural laws of what to do, what not to do. I would imagine that those spirits that are in the insane asylums don't know that those laws, and they would just do some crazy shit. So we'll have to see what those are. Ever been to the canoe journey on the West Coast? No, I haven't. But I'll have to check it out. Can you tell us something more about going to the wrong heaven? There's this one thing I saw. It was like a documentary of a Viking. It's pretty funny. But there's a Viking that was very, very old, and he wanted to go to Valhalla. And so he was like the last of his kind. He was wanting to fight, and he was very, very old. He wanted to fight, 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 and die in battle so he can go to Valhalla. So he did, but the people that, killed him actually got his body and did a Christian burial for him. So he ended up going to like Christian heaven. And so, then he didn't get to see his family or loved ones because he didn't get to go to Valhalla. So you gotta make sure you send the people the right place. Now, is there like a transfer to different heavens in heaven? I'm not too sure. But, always got to try to make sure to, you know, at least start them off in the right place. Da, da, da. Ever heard of the Monkey King from Black Myth Wukong? Yeah. I want to play that game, but I heard some stories. But like that would be really cool if like I went to Asia and everything, and I learned some of their stories of their beings and all that stuff. It would be really cool. I've only like seen some stuff about what people talk about on TikTok about that video game, but honestly, really interesting. It's an event held by tribes all the way from northern Canada down to Oregon. Super fun and spiritual experience. Ooh, I have to check it out. Dun, 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 dun. The man that owned my place before me died here. I think I feel him here sometimes and might have seen him. Ooh, give him some tobacco and pray that he goes. Pray to a spirit that can take him to the right place. Move on. Are those spirits that can hurt you physically demons? Because demons can hurt you physically. I think any spirit can hurt you physically, really. They have enough energy, they can do it. I gotta go. Take care of everyone. I hope you have a great day. Later. Thank you for joining the stream. Any cool alien stories? Yeah, I have a alien story video that I did of extraterrestrials, so go check out that video. Is suicide bad in Diné culture? Honestly, don't know. I would have to ask to see if that's what our teachings are with that. Why do you think so much rappers and singers play so much into so much demonic stuff? It's the industry they're in. They're around it so much that they're speaking stories of experience of beings that they've actually experienced, I would have to say. A lot of experiences. Sweet. Awesome. Well, okay. So give me 1 second, everybody. So, with I'm gonna give you guys a couple updates. So, in a couple weeks, like I said, if we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm gonna split my channel. So, I'm working on the new logo for either it's gonna be I think this one's gonna be for the paranormal channel, which I think this one will be the paranormal channel, and then I'll start up a cinematography channel after. But I've been working on the logo. So this is what it looks like, but I also gotta make it metallic. So check this out. Boom. This is gonna be the new Shanclen Shuttle Productions logo coming up here very soon. One second, everybody. I'm relighting this. Hang on, everyone. Hang on. It's gonna be a lot of fun though, to be able to split the channels and just do different content and everything. But I'm gonna be able to make this metallic, get this on some t-shirts so everyone can buy some too. And yeah. But 'tis a work in progress, everybody, so stay tuned for that. Bum 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 bum. Based off Beetlejuice, suicide or SH leads you to customer service in the afterlife. Take a number, please. Oh no, just gotta wait a long time to take a number. Oh, just subbed you today. Welcome, welcome. So cool. Bum, 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 bum. Reminds me of the old Washington football logo. That's what I thought too when I finished it. I was like, this looks familiar, and I was like, looks like the Washington logo. But yeah, so I got to touch it up and do all this other stuff. I want to make it like look kind of more metallic, do like a whole intro sequence, and it's gonna be really fun to be able to, go travel and get more stories for you guys, like more personal experiences and everything. So yeah, sweet, awesome, everybody. Well, I'm probably gonna go ahead and end the stream here. We've gone an hour and 37 minutes. Thank you everybody who donated to the stream. You guys rock. Many blessings to you all, and thank you guys so much for joining the stream tonight. It was a lot of fun. We've had a lot of laughs and a lot of teachings going around, but it's another awesome night hanging out with Shanclen here. So I hope everybody has a really amazing, blessed evening, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. Like I said, go check out Penguin. Go check out Tulsa King. You guys have any recommendations of new movies coming out? Leave in the comments. But you guys are awesome. Many blessings to you all, and I'll see you guys here very soon. I'll go night.